You know, it seems like the cost of just about everything these days is going up in like everything.
Oh my gosh, especially if you've been to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Well, inflation also has the potential to change agriculture in our state. ABC 10's Devin Truby spent time on a family farm to find out how.
That's right. Devin, what kind of changes are we talking about here?
Well, Conchetta, it's a change you could actually physically see very soon with the crippling prices impacting local farmers. Driving up and down the highway in the future, you might not actually see where your food is being grown. Outside Elk Grove, Mitchell Farms has been supplying Californians and the nation with food since the 1850s, surviving war, drought, and depression. But it's inflation that has fifth-generation farmer Ken Mitchell wondering if the legacy ends here.
Costs are getting so high on everything. How do I pass that on to my boys? How do they take over the family farm? Do they want to take over the family farm? So the dynamics are changing, you know. You have investment companies coming in and buying farm ground. And, you know, I may not be producing your food in the future.
Mitchell says farms are struggling because they are price takers, not price makers. He's not raising the price on the walnuts he grows, and he's not passing along the cost it takes to grow them to the consumer. The bag of walnuts you see in the market for $5, only 80 cents per pound is coming back to Mitchell Farms.
Pretty good the other day. The American public doesn't understand that your food's made with diesel. And I say that because it takes a tremendous amount of labor in producing whatever you do in agriculture, diesel, running your tractors, transportation.
The state of California recognizes that agriculture was already struggling with the worldwide market, drought, and now inflation. We spoke with the Department of Finance about resources they are offering.
That is to put a 1-year freeze on state share of diesel fuel tax so that we can hopefully reduce some of the costs that have been involved with hauling those agricultural goods to market, as well as goods all over the state.
Mitchell says California farmers were already at a disadvantage because they're paying a higher price for the cost of labor, land and water, and now gas, say, versus a farmer in the Midwest. So he hopes what's happening right now brings about a conversation for people to think about where do they want their food to come from in the future.
Devin, you had an excellent point in there about the cost of diesel, especially in California, and how that affects the product. The diesel isn't as expensive in the Midwest, so it really hits home as to, you know, the sauce that goes into what costs are for our commodities. Devin, thank you. She's at a local agricultural area for us this morning, and there's